For the first time ever, WWE has a new event because of a stipulation match. The first time now it is tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs this Sunday. The reason for that will be very obvious, but we'll just go through our regular thing here. We have your little match thing. This new layout, I think this layout's been here since WrestleMania, ever since they debuted the network. But you have your little matches on one panel, your videos, your photos, how to get tickets, and of course the network. Order now, back to the price of $9.99 after Survivor Series being a free event. But your matches are very interesting. They always kind of are for TLC, or I should call TLCS now, I guess, because it's now tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs. But it's interesting because you know, with some of these matches you kind of wonder how are you going to win this certain match, especially the one with the stairs. We'll just start there actually. No, actually we'll just do the kickoff first. We normally go left to right, but the kickoff, it makes sense to have that go first. And that is a New Day, actually the New Day, versus Gold and Stardust in the kickoff. Now, it depends which members of the New Day is in this match, because with the New Day, for those who know, are Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Big E Langston. And it's been crazy. This whole thing has been amazing because of the fact that this is basically a mixture of the Ernest the Cat Miller, James Brown, Black Church gimmick. Especially a James Brown gimmick for Xavier Woods with these promos the first few weeks. You know, I like it. You know, they've been talking about this whole stable for months, and I believe the reason they have come up with that they didn't have this stable until now is because of the whole Ferguson event, which is another story for another time, which to me doesn't make sense. But it depends who is in this match, because these men have consider themselves equals. Now, I personally don't think it matters who is in the match will matter who wins the match. The New Day needs to have a big win, and I don't care if it's a pay-per-view match or a kickoff match or a dark match or whatever. The New Day, you need to have them strong on their pay-per-view debut as a staple. Plus, if you put Xavier Woods in there, you know, give him a moment to get a win and make himself something. And now we start with the fun shit, because we have the tables, ladders. Actually, no, I'm wrong. It's the actual stairs match. And for the longest time, I've been trying to figure out how the fuck do you win a stairs match. But it's it's Eric Rowan versus the Big Show in a stairs match, which is why it is called tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs. Which is weird, because the Enter to Do match, they would probably tell us how you would win. You can probably eliminate the fact that it won't be a weapon on a pole match, because why the fuck would you put steel steps on a pole and have the string or whatever the fuck it's on potentially break? I mean, because we don't know how heavy these stairs actually are, so it's possible you'd probably bend the pole. You never know. But I don't understand this match. Why would I know you need a gimmick match because you're running out of things to do with this pay-per-view. I know you need a new gimmick match. But why would you do this? I have no idea why you would do this shit. Makes no sense to me. I mean, this is a battle of the big guys pretty much. But the only interesting thing is, how do you win a stairs match? Now, with that being said, I can only assume it's pinfall and submission, just like a chairs match would be. And if that is the case, Eric Rowan will win this match no problem, because Eric Rowan needs a match. I mean, you just turn the guy face. Sure, they won on Team Cena, and they won that match because of Sting, which is, if I could sidetrack for one moment, this is the first time Sting has been in an actual WWE pay-per-view, technically, since you could technically say the last WCW Nitro, because that was technically a WWE produced show, because it was announced that Shane McMahon owned WCW at that point, which made the Invasion angle what it was today. But technically, you could say that was Sting's last WWE appearance at a WWE produced show, unless you're not counting the appearances he's done for the Comic-Con deal with the Wizard World with the figures, and the WWE 2K15 like roster reveal, unless you're not counting those. But this is an actual, the whole face paint, the whole garb, the whole thing, and it's amazing. I didn't expect it. I thought it would happen, but not like the way it did. For those who don't know, the Authority is out of power because of Sting. And we had this epic moment where Sting and Triple H are in the ring, gives him the Scorpion Death Drop, and puts Ziggler on top of Rollins for the win in the Survivor Series match. But we'll get to Ziggler a little bit later. But just saying, having Sting in the WWE is incredible. But back on this match here, it's simple. Rowan will win this match, no problem. And then we have the tag team titles with Miz and Mizdow against the Usos. Now, with this match, honestly, you're having this feud because of Miz giving Naomi a business card. And then, whichever, I think it's Jimmy Uso that fucking bitch slaps Miz. That was the impact of the night on that Raw, by the way. Like, what the fuck? That came out of nowhere. So basically, you're having a feud over a woman, which I don't mind. I mean, it gives Naomi more television time, and it gives her more things to do. You need to have more segments with this, like with last night's Raw at the Slammies. Naomi was going to go to Hollywood, and then the Usos are going to go to Hollywood to make sure if everything goes alright, which makes sense. But basically, you're having this rematch. Which I don't know if this is a rematch. I don't even know if this is a rematch. But you have this match over a business card. It makes no fucking sense to me at all. With that being said, Miz and Mizdow will not lose the titles. They just won the belts. It makes no sense to make them lose the belt. And then we have the chairs match. Ryberg versus, is he Corporate Kane or is he Concessions Kane or Merch Kane? But he faces Kane regardless. I guess we can say Senator candidate Glenn Jacobs. I don't know what to call him now. But yes, Kane will be facing Ryberg in a chairs match. Man, basically the reason, it's the same thing as the stairs match. The certain weapon is legal. In the stairs match, the stairs are legal. Chairs match, chairs are legal, I guess. And basically pinball or submission. So with that being said, Ryback needs to be strong in this match. I don't think it would make sense for Kane to win the match. I mean, if you want to give him the match, go for it. I wouldn't be surprised, but Ryback has to win the match for sure. Now we have the big one, and not with the big guy on it, but the big cash cow over here, John Cena versus Seth Rollins in a tables match. And John Cena's #1 contendership for the Undisputed title is on the line in this match. If John Cena loses, he is no longer the #1 contender and will no longer face Brock Lesnar for the title. Which would mean, Seth Rollins be the #1 contender? I guess they're just going to make another new #1 contender, since Seth Rollins had the Money in the Bank, and it probably wouldn't make make sense to give him the #1 contendership, since he has the briefcase to make him instantly #1 contender whenever the fuck he wants. But this match is basically going to make Cena win, and then Cena's going to face Brock, one would think. But I hope and pray that Seth Rollins wins this match, because we don't need to see John Cena face Brock Lesnar. We don't need to see it. We saw it twice, and Brock killed him both times. We don't need to see it. There's no reason to have a third match between these two, other than to sell pay-per-view buys for the little kids that then see their fucking hero face Brock Lesnar. Which honestly, if you're gonna do it, probably do it at the Rumble. Do it the best way. That way Cena isn't, he loses, he doesn't get his title shot, doesn't get anything at all, and it would make sense for that to happen. But I don't know what's gonna happen here. I really hope Seth Rollins wins this match, but you know what? if Cena wins, I wouldn't be surprised at all. And then we have the TLC match, which could be a technically a tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs match with Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt. Again, I don't care who wins this match. I really don't, because of the fact that Dean and Bray are probably going to feud for a while. But I don't understand why you would break the wooden rocking chair. I mean, yes, it gave us an emotional promo by Bray Wyatt last night on Raw. Probably the best, one of his better ones. I mean, he always has good promos, but this is probably one of his better ones, showing emotion. And that's something we haven't seen from him. With that being said, it would make sense for Bray Wyatt to beat the holy shit out of Dean Ambrose and win the match in honor of Sister Abigail and the remnants of the rocking chair. Now we have our Divas title. Nikki Bella versus AJ Lee. And one thing I don't understand here, why is this match not a stipulation match? Why is it not a ladders match? Why is it not a chairs match, a tables match? And I was saying about this like the other day. It's like, why is this not a ladder match? You know, give them something. You know, give them something to, you know, make the Divas division stronger. I bet you, if it was any other two Divas in this match, if it was AJ and Paige, if it was a Bella feud, if it was hell, if it was Naomi and somebody, anybody that could make this match work. I understand it wouldn't be a ladder match because you don't want to have Nikki Bella pop a tit, and you don't want it to be an ladder match just because you want to keep your champion strong. But this is 2014, and this is a singles match for the fucking Butterfly Tramp Snap title. I get maybe that's why, because it's for the Divas title, but it was a women's championship. We might have an actual stipulation match here, but I don't get it. But yeah, again, it's Nikki Bella versus AJ Lee, and personally, as much as I would want AJ to win the title, and Nikki just won the belt. It doesn't make sense to make her lose the belt unless you have the Bellas feud again, like Brie distracts Nikki, or Brie does something to Nikki, miscommunication, and they feud again. That makes perfect sense. But otherwise, it wouldn't make sense to have them have the title. Pre-match kickoff, we already did that. U.S. title, Rusev and Jack Swagger. Basically, Rusev destroyed Zeb Coulter, destroyed his leg, and he's fighting for Zeb Coulter. Rusev, again, just won the fucking title. So it would not make sense for him to lose the belt. And I personally I'm still kind of leaning towards the Rock Rusev match at WrestleMania. You know, the one that everyone said was going to happen. The Rock just punched the shit out of Rusev at one Raw, which actually won a Slammy, by the way. But with that being said, Rusev will win the match, no problem. And finally, a ladder match for the Intercontinental title, Luke Harper and Dolph Ziggler. With Dolph Ziggler, he actually won the Survivor Series match, making the Authority no longer be in power, on a 3-on-1 advantage. He was the one man beating everybody else after Big Show knocked out John Cena and counted himself out because he shook hands with the Authorities and with the powers that be, and of course you fuck your team over. And of course with the whole Sting thing that happened, and Dolph Ziggler won the match. So with that, Dolph Ziggler's Intercontinental title match in a ladder match. Basically, for those who don't know what a ladder match is, you should. But if you don't, climb the ladder, get whatever's hanging on top, you get the thing, pull down, get it down, you win. Now, with that, I don't know the thing, because again, Luke Harper just won the belt. All these champions, I think, just won their titles respectively either last month or a couple months ago or a couple weeks ago. It makes no sense for no titles to change hands in here. It would make no sense for a title to change hands here. But if this was to happen, this would be your best bet for a title change. I doubt it, but you never know what will happen. At the end of the day, Luke Harper will retain the belt. They all just won their belts. But with that being said, TLC is this Sunday, and it doesn't matter what happens because it's the end of the year, and we start on the road to WrestleMania next month.